Where did you find a card? Like an actual card?
As opposed to
like an e-card.
E-card.
Okay.
E-card.
I was going to do an e-card for my mom, but I guess it's too late now. Get her a real one.
Go on there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
You hear my music.
What does that mean?
That means I'm starting. Good morning, Dax.
You play music,
Good morning, Manny.
Drink all my creamers?
I got more. I can't get mine anymore. Unless I want to pay $30 for one bottle. Good morning, Blake. Go get a little friend. Oh, yeah. Little chubby friend. Say good morning. Good morning. He was asleep on the ground and I made him get up. Little chubby friend. Can you turn off that light for me? Right here. No, the one in there. No. Thanks. Okay, Pug. I'm gonna get down. Okay. Goodbye. Okay, so today I've decided that today is our last day of Arctic because I only want to do one sheet, and adding 3 more animals today, I feel like we've run out of room. So tomorrow we will start on tropical rainforest. So if you have any ideas for that, let me know. I also have my coffee this morning. Okay, so we're going to start with our first animal. And we've already done this animal, but we're going to do a different style drawing than we did before. And this is, and we just got a package in the mail. Oh, nice. Can I show it? We got a 1,000-piece Baltimore Harbor puzzle. So maybe you'll see that one in the background after I finish my bubblegum puzzle.
That's it.
Okay, so our first animal we did back in our zoo time, which was so long ago. It is the polar bear. We have to include a polar bear in the Arctic region. So it's a large carnivorous bear, as we know, and it moves across the ice and snow hunting for seals. So that's its main source of food. And I know we talked about that too because we drew a baby seal. I think we drew the baby seal in the aquarium. But it spends most of its time on sea ice. So just trekking across looking for food. So that's what we're going to draw today. Oh, now things are starting to, it kind of froze. My comments froze for a minute. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Joss. Maverick. Good morning, Eliza and Alexis and Heather. Ella. Good morning, Reagan and Marin. Good morning, Allison. Shots to Hank. Okay. Yes, the puzzle does look hard, but this puzzle, this 500-piece gumball puzzle is killing me. It's very hard, but that's my puzzle table. So got to finish this one before we start another one. Okay. Let's start with our polar bear. So we're going to start with a circle for his head. Pretty easy. I don't even need to hold that up. We all know how to draw a circle. And then we're going to add his nose area, which is going to kind of come down below the line here. So you want to erase that line. I'm not going to put an X through it because I'm just going to go ahead and add the actual nose in. And I can actually sort of use this line to make the mouth, but the mouth would come like that. That looks weird because I have that extra line in there. But... Thanks, Meg. I would consider this my 40th birthday dress. Good morning, Manny's sister. And then I did some eyes like this. I sort of did the smiling eyes. My nose looks a little weird with that line in there, so you can get the idea. And we're going to add his ears. So one that's going to be in the front and one that's sort of off to the back. I don't like these eyes. I think they look weird. Let me see. It's because for my 40th birthday, my sister Catherine bought me this dress that I'm wearing, and I wore it to my 40th birthday party. So that's why it's my 40th birthday dress. Okay. Now we're going to add his back and his belly, or start of it, I guess more of his chest. We're going to add front legs. Hard for me not to call them arms when and then his back leg. And then to give him some texture, we're just going to add some fur. It's not my birthday now. My birthday's in July, and I'll actually be 43 this July. So had this dress for almost 3 years, but it's still my 40th birthday dress. We're just going to add some fur. Now, of course, you would erase extra lines here. It's just giving him some furry spots. So it looks a little strange. I can't erase my lines. You get the idea. So this is our polar bear. All right, next up, a lot going on my table today. Put these over here. Next up, I know a lot of people were requesting snake. Yeah, I guess because of the way he's sitting, the tail's sort of under him, but if you want to draw a tail, you absolutely can. A lot of people have requested snakes, doing a whole week of snakes. So I said I would make sure I included snakes in these regions, but I thought there's no snakes where it's freezing cold, but I was wrong. I Googled Arctic snake and one did come up. It's the European viper. I didn't get a whole lot of information on it other than they're found north of the Arctic Circle, and there's no real predators for them where they are except for the extreme temperatures. So I thought that was pretty cool. So what I did is I just drew a basic snake, but then when I looked at the picture of it, I made it look like that. It's the Arctic snake, which is sort of like a whitish gray with black, not dots, but sort of spots. So I'll show you what they look like. All right, here we go. So we're going to start with the head. And then we're going to draw first part of the body. So first you just do a little line like that. And then we're just going to follow that line to make it the thickness of a snake. We're not finished there. We're going to, if this line right here was continuing, go here, and it curls up here and has a little, like it curled into itself right there. Then up here, like if it's continuing on, we're going to make a line here and then a little line back in. And then this line is going to go around here and then a line on this side. You can see it's sort of not quite curled up, but a little wiggly. And then we're going to bring his tail as if the bottom of the tail is kind of coming behind him. It's going to come down here. And then we'll do, don't forget an eye. But I'm going to show you what the markings look like, what I've seen. I'm not going to do the entire snake, but I'll do a few so you can see. It almost reminds me of a leopard spot. It's not a perfect circle, but it sort of looked like it went down. So they just got bigger as the snake got wider. And then I would continue around. And that is our Arctic snake. I did a lot of information on what they eat, but I'm sure the kind of things they just sort of eat what they can find, maybe eggs and insects. I don't know if there's any frogs. Okay. And the reason I chose the last one is basically to use some space in our line. I'm sort of looking to see how we could fill in that sky area. And I determined we could do the snowy owl. And I've done a lot of owls. We did one at the farm. I feel like another one, I can't really remember, but I feel like we've done at least two. So we're going to do the snowy owl now. And it's a very large white owl and found in the Arctic regions. And the male snowy owl is all white. So it's an all white owl, whereas the female is mostly white but has flecks of black. So you can tell the difference. And they eat rodents and waterfowl, just like regular owls or barn owls do. But they are active during the day. Most owls hunt and feed at night, but snowy owls are active during the day, and it said especially during the summer months because it's not warm. It's not like summer here, but that's when they're really active during the day. All right, let's start our owl. We're going to do the side of him first. Kind of come down like this. And then we're going to do his head. That's going to come in, and then it's going to go out and connect here. Then we're going to give him his eye mask, as you want to call it. I don't think a retriever puppy would fit into this region or in the tropical rainforest. And we're going to give him two eyes. This mask, two circles, and then a diamond beak. So I'm going to give him his wing. Comes in like this. And this one's going to be a female. We're going to do some dark fleck feathers down here. They're a little thicker. We're going to add some tail feathers back here. And give them some talons. Now, I added, when I drew mine in my final, I add a tree branch to my trees and I put him sitting right on that tree. It definitely filled up a little space. And we're going to add this part of the eye. And then a few more of these flecks. Area, and a couple more on the wing. And then a few on the mask. And your snowy owl. I definitely would pick it up so it doesn't get eaten by a forest animal. That would be my first objective, to save it. Right. Pick it up first, then see if there's anybody missing it, and then take it with you if you can't find somebody. All right, so I'm going to show you my final. Remember, this is the final because we're going on tomorrow. So this is what I've done. Now, obviously, most things in this area are going to be white and snowy. So I added a lot of blue, sort of make a shadow, I guess. And I also used blue for water. Then I used a darker shade colored very lightly for the sky. So just to see what we added today, there's my owl back on the branch. Then I made a little mound of snow for the polar bear to be sitting on to sort of fill in that area too. And then I put my snake floating on a block of ice since we didn't have any. I just your comment, that's funny. A coronavirus animal enclosure where all the animals are safe because they're wearing masks. So we didn't have any water animals this time. So I put the snake on ice to fill up that area. For all my students, I plan on either framing these or getting prints made or like made and hanging these, all of these in my room somewhere. I guess I probably could frame them and just put them all on that, that top shelf that I have where it currently says create and art, because we have many now. I'm going to have these in my room so you can see them eventually when we get to school. Let me think about that. Let's see how many more weeks we'll be doing this and see if we can add that in after our Regents, because that would be kind of funny. All right, so I know, oh no, gone. Any child seat anywhere? And could he be brought to me? He was right there. Hank! Hanklin! I don't know where. Oh, here he comes. Hanky! Come here. Oh, hey, stop. I'm chasing Hank around the table. He does not want to come see me. I'm going to pick him up. All right. Well, that might be it. Hank, Ziggy, come here. Come here. I'll let you see Ziggy instead. Okay, I like it. No, I don't know where he went. I mean, he's under the table. I can't get him. Chairs and stuff. He knows that's his hiding spot. All right, so you can see Hank tomorrow. He's being out of sorts. So have a wonderful day. Probably an inside day if you're here in Maryland. It's raining, but tomorrow should be. So I'll see you tomorrow when we start our tropical rainforest. Have a good day.